on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man back from an elbow injury that sidelined him for the majority of 2019. At 38 years of age, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First and 10 at the 40. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
He's brought down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Roethlisberger is sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, their quarterback in his 4th season from North Carolina, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Complete.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Aguilar has it. And he he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
21 yards. First down, Steelers.
On first down, Hines. 20. And all the way down to the 9. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure. And the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Browns nothing.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
45-yard line.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Out of bounds.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Neville Gallimore in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say, want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front. Office. They build their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed and a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A gain of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, Hines. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team,
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 34-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Ronald Jones.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Second and 11. Here's Trubisky. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Here's Hines. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the line. Backer make the stop.
Naheem Hines, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The tackle made by Miles.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 11-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play.
With the score.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Naheem Hines.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he'll drop it underneath to White. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the Steelers' 38-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger taken in by Pascal out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to A.J. Brown. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His throw caught right around the 6.
A.J. Brown.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky going to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Miles Jack.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say.